Plaintiff Alexander Stinnett says the defendant is his cousin, and he's always broke because he spends his money on weed and whining and dining big women. Alexander claims he loaned the defendant money and bailed him out of jail, but he has yet to be repaid, so he's suing. Defendant Uma Hill says anytime Alexander acts like he's doing him a favor, he always ends up holding it over Uma's head. Uma insists he tried to make payments on the loans, but Alexander refused to take his money.
Start with you.
Well, Judge, for the most part, my cousin is like my partner in crime, my ace, but he do a lot of irresponsible things, and
But so are you. That's your partner in crime. I mean, you do the same thing he does bad. Go ahead.
In this instance, we not doing crime, but
You said it. I didn't say it. You starting off wrong. You the one mentioned crime, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. What you trying to check me for? Check yourself. Go ahead.
We made a move together, and it was turned out to be an epic fail due to the fact my cousin is always broke because he spent his money on weed and whining and dining big women.
Weed and big women.
Whining and dining.
Whining and
Expensive big women.
Well, so did I until my wife lost weight. Which I don't care for, by the way. She loves to say, I lost it. I just, Got out here in Hollywood, now you want to lose them women until you lose weight. Don't you lose weight? Go ahead. Go back to Detroit, where the women are healthy and good looking. Grab on to. Get you some collard greens. You out here eating this little bit of stuff. They give you a plate in L.A. It's about that big, and only half of it is filled with food. They're going back to Detroit, get some of that fried chicken, candy yams, collard greens, muffins, macaroni and cheese.
Good. Smoked turkey legs.
There you go. There you go. All right. What she gonna give me? All right, but that's what she gets. She mess with me, I tell her I got a big stage now. When you talk crazy to me, I ain't gonna talk crazy back to you. I'm gonna tell millions of people. All right. You give me some background on yourself, sir.
Well, I'm hardworking.
The hardly working.
No.
That's about right. Hardly working.
That's why I broke.
I'm hardworking. Me and my cousin, we've been ace coon boom since we been little.
Good.
And we kind of split up. When we got adolescent, he moved out. I stayed in Chicago, and then we wound up getting back together again, and we just recontinued everything. But my cousin, on the other hand, is like a little temperamental every once in a while, and then like he'll do something, and then he'll go right back and return on it. Like I got a prime example. We go out to eat a lot. We ordered some chicken wings one time. And he kept on insisting, eat the chicken wing. Go eat your piece of chicken, it's good. I'm like, I'm all right, because I know how he is. So when I eat the chicken, he like, the bill comes.
That's right.
And then he like, oh, so you ordered some chicken wings, right? I'm like, how? Because I had one chicken wing. You trying to throw that back on me.
When you order chicken wings, if you just eat one, then they're going to say, oh, okay, that's all right. You don't have to pay the rest. You're going to owe the whole bill. You should have took the other ones home. So tell me what did happen? How did you handle that? That's not what the lawsuit is about, but how did you handle that?
Well, I mean, we always arguing back and forth.
Like he always do, didn't pay.
Were you at least honest with him? Tell him you spent all your money on weed and big women?
That's something he found out over time. Like, that wasn't
okay. You didn't want to bust yourself. He found out on his own. All right. You said it. I didn't say it. You starting off wrong. You the one mentioned crime, didn't you?
I did.
Okay. What you trying to check me for? Check yourself.
Plaintiff Alexander Stinnett is suing his cousin, who he claims spends all of his money on weed and large women.
Tell me about the loans you're suing him for.
Well, in July, last year, for some miscellaneous reason, he asked me to borrow $500. So of course I'm like, sure. When you gonna pay me back? I get paid a couple weeks, which was August, and he said that he would pay me back. I never got that $500 because the day he was supposed to pay me back, he ended up gambling all the money away.
You have a gambling problem too?
It's not a real problem. I tried.
It's a real problem.
No, it's a problem.
You got too many real
I
problems.
tried to I had the money. I had got the money to pay him back, and then I just tried to
You addicted to too much. I can't help you. I was gonna try to get you some help of some sort, but those are 3 different types of rehabs. You addicted to big women, you addicted to weed, and you're addicted to gambling. You gotta give a couple of them up.
I'm not
I
giving
know
my
it ain't gonna
women
get
up.
that big women. That's right. That's right.
I like to eat. She like to eat.
Hey, you say if they know what we know,
I'll stay sober.
Let's stop.
I'll stay
I'm gonna get
sober,
in
but-
trouble. I'm acting a fool up here today. All right. So let's get back to the loans.
But so I did plan on paying them the money back, but
500 so far.
that was the first. Like we always wind up exchanging money back and forth. Couple.
Who winds up paying back?
But I mean, I had wound up falling on hard times. I had lost my job, so it's like that was the only reason why I was trying to get
that true,
get my
sir?
money.
Every time it's hard with him. He always on hard times.
All right. All right. So 500 is what I have so far. What about the balance? $1,000. When did you loan him that money?
So the day that he loses the money gambling, the 500, I go to pick him up, and he's like, "Hey, I need to borrow your car. I got my license." I'm like, "Cool." He take the car. He ended up getting locked up for driving without a license. Right now he's arrested, and he called me to bond him out for additional $1,000, which I did. He told me that I would get that plus the $500 that he owed me when the case was over. He never got a chance to give me my money back when the case was over because he did the same thing a week later and forfeited that bond driving without a license. Oof. So I never received none of my money
Sir,
back.
you are irresponsible. Tell me about this.
The $1,000 was simply because when I went to court, they had kept the bond like he said. So I told him I felt bad behind that, so I'm gonna pay you back. And I tried to pay him back multiple times, but it was like in increments because I was only getting my money in increments, and he never accepted it. And that's how he wound up here. Like,
You wouldn't accept his money?
Your Honor, I didn't want an increment of $27.
That's right.
Not 25. 1,500. 27, not a big
It was
increment.
like at least 80 at a time. It was at least 80 at a time. The first time it was 27.
It was never nowhere near that. It was always 27 or 35. That's not an increment out of $1,500.
$1,500. So at least you're honest enough to admit it, that you owe. Your only defense is hardship, and that he wouldn't accept the payment plan that you offered. He doesn't have to. So I'm going to grant him his judgment of $1,500. And sir, just don't spend all your money on women and weed. That's my only advice to you. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I'm just glad that the judge saw things in my favor. I'm tired of my cousin being irresponsible and losing my money.
Say my fault, cuz, but we just got to stop spending money together, man.
No, you got to stop spending my money.
Plaintiff Kimberly Reed has known the defendant's father for 30 years. Kimberly claims she agreed to give a bedroom set to the defendant in exchange for the defendant painting her home. But he never did the work, so she's suing. Defendant Daniel Glisson says on the day he agreed to paint Kimberly's home, he showed up to do the work, but Kimberly overslept and didn't answer the door. Therefore, he denies owing.
Start with you.
I'd first like to explain the relationship that I have with Daniel. It's actually more so with his father, Walter, business relationship. He was my mother's painter for probably 30 years. And a lot of the times when Walter would paint, he had his two sons with him, Daniel being one of them. What I'm suing him for is I had done a trade with him for some furniture that I was selling, and he was supposed to give me a day's worth of painting and touch-up work, and to date, I still have the paint cans sitting in my hallway.
Okay. Sir, let me hear from you.
Well, everything she said is pretty spot on, but we went to set up the dates for to complete the painting, and it just kind of got pushed aside. And then
By who?
There was no set time until the end.
To the end of what?
The discussion that we had. December 13th was the day that we decided to do it, and then I showed up.
Well, all right. Well, there was a set time, December 13th.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, you've been just saying there was no set date.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. So.
Well, I showed up and she never answered her phone, and I have a voicemail from her saying that she overslept.
You never spoke with her again other than that?
No, because there was a lot of back and forth that went on before that. She originally told me that that she wanted the deal done in the evening because that's all that would work with her work schedule.
Okay.
And I couldn't do that. We went to set up the dates for to complete the painting, and it just kind of got pushed aside. And then
By who?
There was no set time until the end.
To the end of what?
Defendant Daniel Glisson is being sued because the plaintiff claims he agreed to paint her home in exchange for a bedroom set. But Daniel never showed up to do the work.
So you all weren't going to do it at all then at that point?
Well, yeah, and then she contacted my dad, and they set up this date of December 13th.
Okay. You never agreed to do anything until she contacted your dad, and they set up the date of December 13th.
Correct.
That was the only solid date you all ever had.
Correct.
And at that time, she overslept when you came.
Yeah, I have a voicemail.
And so you left how long after waiting?
About 30 minutes.
All right. Did you knock at the door?
No, it was a building. There's no door.
How were you expected to get in?
Well, I would contact her, and she would let me in.
Is there a guard at the front
I don't know.
desk?
I never went into the building.
Oh, you were just told. She said, when you come, call me.
Yeah.
On my cell phone.
He
Yeah,
sat
that
in
was
his
the,
truck, texted
agreement.
me, Your Honor, and I have a lot more backup.
He
if
kept texting you?
Yeah, he's a texter.
Okay.
He would never call. And if I can back up, this all transpired because my mother passed away in January of 2017. I had moved from Naperville back down to the city into a 2-bedroom, so I was storing a lot of my things at her house. We hired Walter, and Dan was there to remove some wallpaper and to do some painting. My brother and I showed up the beginning of March to pay him, and I happened to mention to his father that I'm selling some things. I had a patio set, and he said, oh, Dan was interested in that bedroom set upstairs. And I said, that's mine. And I have pictures of it if you'd like to see it as well.
That's it, and that's what you were trading for him to do the painting. But then he says, it sounds like you prohibited him from fulfilling that agreement. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it, but I couldn't because you overslept.
No, Your Honor, I've got text messages from March of...
Tell me first.
I will.
No. We're talking December 13th, aren't we?
No, that's December 13th of 2018. My mom passed away in
No, I'm talking about the day he was supposed to come and paint.
Yes.
What date was that?
December 13th.
There you go. Now, let's stick with that. No.
Okay.
Let's stick with December 13th. Prior to December 13th, when is the last conversation you all had about him coming to paint in exchange for the furniture?
October.
All right. And is that when the date was set?
The date was set in October.
Okay, good. All right. And did you all have a time frame?
7 o'clock.
Okay. And what did happen?
He was supposed to come in. I told him I had registered him with the doorman to be able to come in. They would call me upon his arrival, send him into my building, and I've got a picture of the high-rise.
Let's see it, please.
He was supposed to have walked in. The doorman would have called me, let him into the building, and all he had to do was come in and knock on the door. I got up at 6 o'clock that morning in order to get ready for him coming in, took the dog out, did my usual routine, took a shower. 6:30, he wasn't coming for a half hour. I laid back down in bed. Around 7:10,
You say your usual routine.
I'll take a shower, take the dog out, feed the dog, cleaned up the apartment. So I did all of that.
Your usual routine? No, you said you went back to sleep.
Well, he made me take the day off, and that's why I kind of wanted to back up. Originally, back in March.
All right, but you deviated from your regular routine. You went to sleep that day. Go
Right.
ahead.
He sat in his truck and texted me.
And
my
you saw
phone-
the text at what time?
About 7:10, I believe. I got up and I was going to go call him because I
Okay.
thought he's late. Nobody's called
And
me.
what happened
Nobody's
when you
knocked on my
reached
door.
out to him? What time was it?
7:20 was my first phone call. I called
Okay.
him 17 times in a row. I called his dad 8 times in a row. I texted him probably 20 times saying, we weren't supposed to start until 7 o'clock. Why are you leaving? Turn around, come back. You made me take a day off of work when you promised me that you were going to do it on a Saturday.
And what did he say in response?
He said, it's over and done with. You lose.
What time was that?
Basically, I want to say it was,
Within an hour or two?
no. By 8 o'clock. I mean, I begged him. I
Shortly
begged him.
thereafter.
Yeah, I begged him
Sir,
at like 7:15
let me hear from
turn
you
around
on
and
this,
come back.
what she's saying regarding your arrival, her response, and her plea for you to come back, and you saying it's over.
Well, I showed up early, about 6:45, sent her multiple messages, got no response, so I left. I don't just
What
go
time did you leave?
about 7:20-ish. I don't remember the exact.
And you were to be there once again, what time?
6:45.
7 o'clock. I've got the
that's
text
an odd
messages.
time. You have something to say, 7?
Yes.
Hope
here's-
I'm not catching you a lie already, sir. Let's move
he's
on.
a liar.
So 7:20, you leave. Did she call you thereafter? How long thereafter did you hear from her?
She left me a voicemail at 7:23.
7:20.
3.
All right, 3 minutes after you left.
Yeah.
Defendant Daniel Glisson is being sued because the plaintiff claims he agreed to paint her home in exchange for a bedroom set. But Daniel never showed up to do the work.
Why didn't you go back?
I was done with it. I was already on my way home.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I'm done with it too. You give her everything, $1,400. You breached the agreement clearly, sir. She called you within 10 minutes. It's unreasonable for you to leave and then say the deal is over just because she's 20 minutes late and you did not follow direction. Even if you did follow direction and go up to that door, it's unreasonable for you to cancel the whole deal because she's late within a reasonable amount of time. It had been hours, then fine, but this is within minutes. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Sorry it didn't work out.
Me too. They do wonderful paint work. I would just give you one bit of advice. I'm not a millennial. I'm obviously older than you. We don't walk around hanging onto our phones 24/7. If you want to communicate with somebody probably my age, it would be good to pick up the phone and actually call somebody versus texting, because I don't walk around with my phone. I may not see it for 2 hours.
My advice would be don't oversleep.
I did not oversleep.
The
You left.
voicemail
You
showing it.
left at 7 o'clock when you were supposed to be there. So don't tell me I overslept.
Plaintiff Shaquazi Jackson says the defendant is her brother, and he smokes a lot of weed. Shaquazi claims she was once forced to call the police on her brother, and she's suing him today because he stole her TV. Defendant Antorenzo Jackson insists the television in question belonged to him, not Shaquazi, so he doesn't owe her for anything.
Start with you.
He's my brother, the worst child of 5 kids. He disrespectful. He smoke a lot of weed. Back in 2016, I had to call the police on him.
You think all he does is weed?
Yes, he smoked a lot of weed.
You think that's all he does?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, he's nodding out. He can't stand up straight. You all need to look into that, ma'am. He's on something more than weed.
Yes,
He's
sir.
a drug addict of some sort. It's either heroin or opioids. Yeah, you can't keep his eyes open.
That's what we do.
All I know, that's not what weed does, ma'am. Y'all are in another world. Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay.
Tell me what you want, then.
I called the police on him back in 2016 because we had gotten an argument because he didn't want to clean up. He didn't want to abide by my rules. Smoking weed in the house. I have 6 small kids, and I just can't have that around my kids.
Okay, tell me about the television.
The TV my mama gave me 3 years ago. One day I went home because my family know my work hours, and my mother-in-law, she was home with the kids. And I came home and I asked her what was the TV. She said, your brother came and got it. So I called him and I told him to bring the TV back. He told me, I'm not getting nothing back.
Okay. So are you high off heroin or something today?
You said what's up?
Are you high off heroin?
No, sir.
Are you high off anything?
No, sir.
Why are you nodding out and almost falling, leaning and nodding out?
I don't know what to say.
Okay. All right. You want to defend yourself about the television? Did you take her television?
Her television. That never was hers. That was my television. I brought that back in like after I done graduated from high school.
How did you get it from her then?
Nah, you said how did I got it from her? You should ask her how she got it from me.
Okay. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take your word for anything. I think you're high right now, so anything you say won't be reliable, and I wouldn't believe. So I'm going to believe her. And do you want treatment? Do you want us to help get you treatment? So you're nodding right now. Do you want us to help get you treatment? You can let our staff know if so. All right? Judgment for the plaintiff in the meantime. Your brother's doing something way worse than weed, ma'am.
Yes.
Please believe me. All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Your
For the
Honor.
plaintiff.
Get his stuff together and do right by the family, because I help him a lot.
I really ain't gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing.
Plaintiff Stephen Louviere has known the defendant for 14 years, and they were good friends until the defendant moved in with him. Stephen claims the defendant brought random people into his home, and once Stephen's fiancée walked in on the defendant's friend performing sexual acts on a woman. Stephen's suing because the defendant's dog damaged his truck. Defendant Richard Sandage says he and Stephen started having problems while living together because they are both alpha males, so they often butt heads. Richard does not believe his dog caused the damage, and therefore he refuses to pay.
Start with you.
Well, Your Honor, I've known Rick for about 14 years. We've been through everything from crazy ex-girlfriends to like a prank war. We had apartment versus apartment where I would go and saran wrap his Jeep so that he couldn't make it to work the next day. Or I sent a letter from my apartment complex, an eviction notice, and put it on his door, which led him to go down to his office and cause a ruckus.
Defendant Richard Sandage is being sued by his roommate, who claims Richard's dog jumped on his truck and damaged his custom paint job.
What do you want to tell me?
What do I want to take? We've known each other a good few years. We had prank wars. Another occasions where an ex-girlfriend of mine I didn't want around anymore. Well, Steve puts a sticker on her car for her car to get towed in 2 days or move it. She thought it was me, I guess. About 2 a.m, hear some hollering from out on my patio. I walk out on the patio and it's the ex-girlfriend. Well, I had to get rid of her with some water balloons that night. So a few years go by, then I need a place to stay a little over a year ago. And Steven offered a place, so I moved on into the place, thinking that we'd been friends for a good number of years. Everything should go well.
Has it?
It has not, sir.
Why? What's been going on?
I guess we're just both headstrong people. We're both alpha males, and we both.
What do you say in terms of you all being roommates? What type of problems have you encountered?
You know, he's been there for a year. He's invited people to stay over, without paying rent and sleeping on our couch. And in one particular instance, my fiance has now walked downstairs with a friend of his performing sexual acts on somebody whom we've never met before, which I have never heard the end of. So it gets rough sometimes. He works evening shift, I work day shift.
You all
so
still roommates?
Yes, for the remainder of the lease.
Can't break your lease. When is that over?
This month.
Okay, so this will be your final battle, no doubt.
Yes, sir.
And it's for a paint job. How does he owe you for that?
Well, I came home this month on the 20th, had a long day. I go home, I open up the front gate to the yard, drive the car in to see his dog on top of my car chasing a squirrel. I have pictures of how far the leash reaches, and I also have pictures of the damages
And
to
when
the
you
truck.
mentioned it to him, what did he say?
He basically said that it wasn't his dog. There's other dogs in the neighborhood. But if his dog's outside, no other dogs are allowed to come in the
You
yard.
saw the dog doing
Yes,
it.
sir.
What did you do?
I yelled at the dog, I brought it inside, and I called Rick immediately.
The dog is friendly with you because he knows you.
Right. It gets very excited. It jumps on everybody. I also have pictures of how it scratches everything up.
Does the dog jump on everybody and
My
have fun?
my dog loves people and jumps on people, but my dog had no reason to jump up on his vehicle. I mean, she loves people and she loves jumping up
She
on
don't
people.
love squirrels. Just
She does,
people.
in fact, love squirrels.
Sir, does she like squirrels?
I've never seen her invite one over. So,
All right. So, was your response to him that could have been other dogs in the neighborhood?
yes.
But he
particularly a
says he
big old
saw the
dog.
dog, right?
Yes, sir. I
And
not
when
only
you
saw
came
the dog.
home, where was the dog?
She had been back inside because he said that he brought her in because that he had seen her scratching the vehicle. I just don't see that happening.
The leash long enough for the dog to jump on the car?
No. The leash was tied up on the porch, and that leash is about 20 feet long. All the way to the truck was approximately 35 to 40 feet between.
I have pictures of the leash tied up to the tree.
That's it.
Defendant Richard Sandage is being sued by his roommate, who claims Richard's dog jumped on his truck and damaged his custom paint job.
Let me see the scratches. You want 4,000. How do you get 4,000 for
So
scratches?
this is a custom paint job. This is a candy paint job. I went to several places and asked them if they could give me an estimate on the truck, and nobody wanted to touch it without redoing the entire thing because it has metal flake inside of
Okay,
it.
this is the end of the leash.
I also have some pictures of the damage the dog has done to the inside of my residence as well.
Okay, now here we go. This is the tree, and the leash goes all the way back to the end of the car.
Yes, sir. Everywhere that the leash could reach is where the scratches on the truck are, including the hood right next to the windshield.
And before pictures, yeah, this is a pretty expensive paint job. It's a nice truck.
Thank you.
And ooh, the scratches, my goodness.
You can clearly see dog paw prints in a lot of those.
Yeah, you can see the dog paw prints. You see the dirt, the mud, and the scratches.
Yes. I also have estimates from the body
Look at
shop.
that.
The original price of the paint
before
job.
and the after. That's terrible. And you say you're going to show me some other things that the dog has done in the past?
Yes. Here's pictures of the threshold of the front door, scratching trying to get in, scratching trying to get out, and pictures of the door itself.
Sir, what do you have there you want to give me?
I've got pictures here that were taken early. They were taken early in the morning.
You have an estimate, sir, of the paint job?
I do. It also says that the scratches cannot be buffed out, and
This
the
is
whole
the dog?
paint job needs to be repaired.
That's the dog, and in the background there, those are
What
the
type of
light
dog
that's
is it?
shining off the truck.
Good-looking
She's like a mix. Karma's a mix of she's a chow mix for the best that I know, because she's got
Okay.
like a half black.
Child. Mm-hmm. That squirrel better be glad he didn't get to him. All right. I'm going to go with his testimony, sir. He said he was an eyewitness. I don't think he would make this up. And you said that the leash could not reach the car. Not only can it reach it, it goes all the way back to the end of the car. And so $4,257.75 is your judgment based
Thank
on
you,
the
Your Honor.
estimate. Have a good day, Jeremy.
We're going to move out and move on, I guess.
Hopefully things get better from this. I still don't think it was my dog, and my dog's name was Karma, and just Karma. You know what Karma is sometimes. So.